On Tuesday, the 14th of November 2017, Harare woke up to high temperatures and humidity. By mid-morning, it was already clear that the political situation in the country was shifting. At ZANU-PF headquarters, Youth League leader Kudzai Chipanga delivered a statement attacking General Chiwenga and pledging loyalty to President Mugabe. While he spoke, reports were spreading that military vehicles had been seen on major roads. By the afternoon, WhatsApp videos showed tanks and armored personnel carriers moving towards Harare. In Johannesburg, military officers involved in the planning met their legal advisor. They received confirmation that the operation would begin that night. As evening came, the military secured police bases, disarmed selected units, and took control of key government buildings. The city remained calm, but the military clearly had control of strategic locations. At ZBC, journalists were warned that soldiers had entered the building. Tanks arrived at the entrance, and the broadcaster was taken over without resistance. The president and his family remained inside the blue roof. Soldiers surrounded the property, but did not attempt to enter. The instruction was to isolate the president, not to harm him. Shortly after 2:30 a.m., coordinated raids began on the homes of Xavier Kasikuwere, Jonathan Moyo, and Ignatius Chombo. Neighbors heard explosions and gunfire as soldiers carried out the operations. At Kasikuwere's house, the family fled down a slope behind the property as the house shook from explosions. They moved through neighboring yards in an attempt to avoid capture. Grace Mugabe was following events from the blue roof. She heard the explosions in the brook, made calls to the neighborhood, and received a desperate plea from those caught in the raid. A voice begged her, "Mama, save us." Moments later, the gunfire stopped. Grace sent vehicles to collect the fleeing families. She warned the drivers that the situation was dangerous, but instructed them to bring the families to the blue roof. They arrived, shaken but unharmed. By 3 a.m., tanks were positioned at General Chiwenga's residence. Information was spreading quickly on social media. At 3:55 a.m., Zimbabweans were informed that the military would make an announcement at 4 a.m. At exactly 4 a.m., Major General S.B. Moyo addressed the nation on ZBC.
We wish to assure the nation that His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defence Forces, Comrade R.G. Mugabe, and his family are safe and sound, and their security is guaranteed. We are only targeting criminals around him.
By 4:10 a.m. on Wednesday, the 15th of November 2017, the military had firm control of the country. Zimbabwe had entered a new phase.